Hey, hey, Sag, Intuitive Soul Coach here with your July 2024 bonus reading. Welcome back to my channel if you're returning, and welcome if you're new. If you're interested in a personal reading, signing up for the monthly newsletter, or entering into the free reading giveaway, you can find all of that information in the description box below the video. All right. Wow. Sag, we see finally progress is what I'm getting. And I'm hearing the word finally because for some of you, you've been in the thick of things. Now, your first card out is the forest, and forests are thick, right? Sometimes we need to get lost to find ourselves. And I feel like you've gone through a situation where you may have felt a little bit lost. You may have felt like you were in the thick of things here, but there's light at the end of the tunnel. This does talk about steady growth and moving up here. So advancement. This can be overcoming some very difficult challenges or struggles, because whenever the mountain card or the climbing card shows up, I mean, this guy is climbing on the side of a mountain, and it's not an easy thing to do. He's hanging on, and it's like all gravity is pulling him down. So it almost feels like all odds were against you in some way, shape, or form, or it may have felt like you had more obstacles than others in some way. I feel like there was a lot that you had to overcome, and you are going to reap the rewards of how great it feels to make it to your destination, to your goal, whatever this is here for you, whatever is waiting at the top of this mountain. I feel like it is bringing in excitement and accomplishment. I'm getting world energy for you. So this definitely could be a sense of success, feeling celebrating a success, or feeling victorious, accomplishing a task, accomplishing getting through some challenges. Now, bottom of the deck, you have smooth transition. So this new energy that you are moving towards feels a lot lighter, feels a lot more simple per se. Even though to most it still could feel like a challenge at times, but because you've gone through some very thick, right? Thick brush, we'll call it, thick brush. I feel like it hasn't just been an open road for you. And you're going to see that this next phase of your life, things actually go in your favor. There's not as much resistance as it feels like there's been. Now, coming down the mountain, right? It may feel a lot easier, but I also feel like you've worked hard. Sagittarius, you are someone who is dedicated to, your passions, your goals, and you're ready to transition into a forward movement. This can be Wheel of Fortune. This can be a turning point, or just moving forward in a new direction. But it happens through these important discoveries, and you would have never learned these discoveries if you hadn't taken this approach, right? If you hadn't climbed up in the way that you had climbed up. And I feel like you are moving upward, you're moving onward. This could also be promotions. It could be advancement. It could be strengthening relationships. It can be a physical move. For some of you, it could even be travel. Yeah, clarifying what this transition is. I mean, you're discovering things about yourself, things about others, and it's allowing you to get out of that resistance energy and move towards something more calm, I feel. It's a lot more peaceful, or it just feels quite exciting. Could be adventurous as well. Some of you, I'm hearing need for speed. Now, you could be someone who you enjoy partaking in maybe risky activities or taking a risk. Maybe it has to do with, skydiving or, different things that are fast or pump your adrenaline. Some of you could be meeting someone who has a need for, adrenaline. We have the Queen of Wands showing up here. Queen of Wands is someone who does, she does grow because she's very passionate about what she focuses her energy on. She's very charming. She's brilliant. She's independent. And she knows that no matter what she sets out for, she can accomplish it herself. This is doing anything. You can do anything right now, Sagittarius. Go after what you want. I keep feeling Capricorn energy here. So if I have called you Capricorn at all, it's not a coincidence, because there may be a Capricorn watching. Some of you could have Capricorn in your chart, or you're dealing with a Capricorn. But I also feel here, Sag, that now's the time to go after what you want. And there is an ability here to attract helpful people on your path. And I feel like this person may be possibly like a Hierophant type of energy, a teacher, a leader, a healer, maybe a professional, because what they're showing me is someone at the top here of this mountain kind of grabbing your hand and saying, I got you. You know, this last phase, this last transition period before you reach a goal, perhaps, you have a helping hand up. And I feel like you graciously accept it. Yeah, this is moving up, definitely. Now, this could also be a boss. It can be a parent as well, or someone of, authority. But I feel this Queen of Wands is someone who's very confident in her growth, and she's moving forward and knows that what's waiting for her will be worth it. That's why she's going for it, because it inspires her. It brings, passion and excitement and adventure into her world. What else do we have here for the growth and the forest? Some of you could be travelers, or maybe you've started a traveling vlog. You may want to travel more. You may be planning a trip as well, or there's a place you've always wanted to venture or explore, maybe even within your city, within your town, your state, your country. You have the star with the 3 of Cups. Beautiful energy. The stars are aligning. This is dreams coming true. Okay, this is about an end of a difficult situation. And that's exactly what we said earlier. It's like you've been going through the brush and you've been scraped by the thorns, and you've been hit. It's like you're trying to walking through a heavy brush wooded area, and you're just trying to get one foot in front of you, but you can't quite see because the brush is so thick. I feel like that's how life has been at times. It feels so thick that you're just, focusing on waking up each morning and being alive at times. And I feel like you're finally coming out of the thick of things, and there's the light. You're going to see how far you've actually walked in that forest. And when I say forest, this is your journey here on earth. You're going to see how far you've come, how much you've grown, how much maturity and wisdom you've gained in the process. And you're a step closer to your dream. Let's get a timing card, because this is the end of a difficult situation and we have exciting situations coming in. Let's get a timing card, Spirit. When can we see? Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's what I thought right away. Look at this, could be tomorrow, right? This is a new day has dawned. This is something that's coming in quick for you. I mean, you can't make that up. The star is possibly, unexpected, feeling inspired. You could wake up tomorrow and you feel inspired to make that call, or to start writing, or to exercise, go for a walk. And along that journey, there could be many avenues that pop up. You may meet someone new. You could feel inspired to keep on writing. That one step in that direction allows you to keep going. Like, it inspires you to keep going is what I get here. So this is quick. This is happening like right now. And it's also yellow and orange, which is the sacral chakra and the solar plexus. So you're feeling empowered. You're feeling good. If this is relationships or money, which can be the sacral chakra, I feel like you are taking steps to, bring abundance to those areas of your life. And we also have the 3 of Cups. Reasons to celebrate here, Sag. A community of friends, happy announcements, possibly even regarding relationships or children. There is something to celebrate, and I feel like you are going to share this in on the celebration with the people that are like-minded, with people who support you, who love you, friends, your family. Yeah, this is pretty big coming in here for you. I love to hear what this is. I mean, it can be different for each and every one of you, but let's explore a little bit deeper. What are we moving up in the world? Like moving up in the world, whatever that may mean for you, Sag. Let's dive in. What does moving up mean here for Sagittarius? Could be experiencing better health is what I'm getting. Experiencing better health, healing from something health-wise. You have the 10 of Cups. This could be a health concern that you may have felt like it was inherited. Okay, I feel like you're healing from it. For others of you, this is marriage, or this is taking a relationship to the next level. For others of you, Sagittarians, if this is career, this is about harmony within your career and connecting with a family of individuals that want to see you grow and want to support you, because it's based on reciprocity and compassion and respect. So whatever community you are involved in or attracting, they're helping you raise your vibrations, and you're helping them in return. The 10 of Cups says here, love and blessings fill your life. Harmonious relationships with family members. This is the happily ever after card. But you've had to kiss a few, frogs for some of you. For others of you, you've bit into the poison apple. Just like in the fairy tales, there's still a villain, there's still obstacle, there's still challenges. That's part of the journey, because it makes, the ending all the better, right? It makes it all the better by going through the ups and downs. Can you imagine how boring life would be if it was a constant state of, just good? We'd probably get bored with just things being good, because we wouldn't have that polarity to balance them on. But I do feel here, because you've had that polarity of struggle, you're feeling real good when this shows up, and it's amplified for you. It's multiplied times 10 is what I'm getting. So it's as if you've been growing, and it feels like you've just kind of been coasting here, but then boom, you hit a big peak. So this could be a big success for you. This could be a big milestone where it feels like you've skipped a few steps, but I don't feel like you have. I just feel like it felt that way while you were growing, while you were in this transformational period of your life. And then you're getting to this point and you're like, whoa, I didn't realize I was this far up, or I didn't realize that I've, succeeded or grown this much. And I feel like this is really quite beautiful. I'm also getting a message here, Sagittarius, of some of you meeting a family member or seeing a family member that you haven't ever met or you haven't seen. This could be due to adoption. Some of you may have found a family member on Ancestry, or there may have been a legal battle or situation that reunites family. Okay, reunites family. We have the King of Swords and the Two of Michael. So both of these, Michael is swords. So King of Swords, Two of Swords here. It will all be better. There's choices being made here in matters of maybe the mind. You've been thinking things over. You've been trying to rationalize. You've tried to use your intellect. You're a very principled person, very ambitious, very respected. I feel like you have choices to make when you get to the top here, because or on your path to the top, which may include a move, because this literally says moving. Okay, wisdom and objectivity are important at this time. Stay in your integrity. Okay, that's called for, Sag. Stay in your integrity. This situation, it calls for open and honest communication. And through some sort of open and honest communication, a choice will be made. Once something is out there, once something is laid out on the table, and we've had intelligent, logical conversations, this is possibly around a legal situation, but it's about knowledge, like gaining more information or having all of the information out there, And I feel like there is something about putting it all out there so a choice can be made. If this is a relationship, do we move on together or do we separate, right? If this is a job, or a education, or the pursuit of, knowledge, or whatever it may be that you are pursuing in your career or your finances, you may be putting it all out there and saying, okay, this is what I need, and this is who I need to become, or the choices I need to make to get there. And so the Two of Swords is saying that you're moving up here. You really are, but it does require some sort of choice being made that is based on someone's principles or someone's integrity. And I feel like you will succeed here in a big way. Yeah, someone needs to be honest. Honesty is important. Okay, we will clarify this King of Swords here in a moment, but let's get to the exciting situation. I mean, you have the spice card. Just like on food, spices, they enhance our taste buds. They bring something to life, something that can be very dull and very bland, right? You add a few spices and it can change the game. And that's what's happening here for you is, you're sprinkling some spice on top of a situation and it really enhances it in some way, shape, or form. So let's take a look at what that is for you, Sagittarius. Some of you could even be working with spices. Turmeric, I'm getting that. You could be incorporating maybe some new supplements into your diet as well. I do see here also some of you may be exploring with different foods or maybe trying a new restaurant. You could be having a conversation over dinner is what I'm picking up on. You could even be talking to someone. Okay, there we have the counterpart. We have the Queen to the King here. We could be talking to a partner about maybe spicing things up in the romantic department here as well. Because we have the Hierophant. So this may include marriage for some of you. For others of you, if this is a situation where maybe you've been divorced, we have the Lovers, we have the Hierophant, we have the Justice. If some of you have gone through a divorce, or maybe that's where you are heading towards, take it as it resonates for you. I do feel like whatever choices you are making at this time are for you, Sag, and you're doing what you can and you're moving on to calmer waters. That's what I'm saying here. This is light at the end of the tunnel. Breathe a sigh of relief and make new plans, relocation or travel. Some of you are finally able to move out of the woods, out of a situation that's been maybe challenging or a little bit sticky here. Now, we have the Queen of Swords. Some of you are married. Maybe you're divorced now, or you currently are married, but you may be, traveling, maybe spicing up your life a little bit, buying a new home, doing some projects around the house, or, whatever it is to add a little bit of that spice. You're shaking something up. And I do feel like there is relocation or travel. And Queen of Swords, Queen of Michael, she's brilliant. She's self-reliant. She's very insightful. She's funny, right? She's very funny. She may have a quick-witted humor, or she may have sometimes even a little bit of dark humor. But I feel like you know what to do here. You know what to do, and you're doing it. Six of Swords. The benefit of experience, that's what we said earlier. You have wisdom, you have maturity, you've gone through something here. You're healing, or you have healed from this. Your friends, your group of, your soul tribe is supporting you, cheering you on. Some of you, I see that you could be leaving a situation. There may have been an ending. You're moving on from something and you're stepping into more of a Queen of Wands energy, instead of a partnership where maybe communication was a barrier. Perhaps things became too routine or too stagnant. It says a time for your career. Some of you may be focusing on career rather than relationships, because the King and the Queen of Swords, they can be great business partners. If they're on the same page and they can communicate well with each other, they can be very logical. They don't let feelings or emotions get into the mix. And I feel if this is a career, some of you may even be thinking about moving in a new direction. And that may be the choice that's showing up here. Do I continue working with this company if something is sabotaging your family life, like let's say some of you are working yourself to the bone, or you don't have time for your family, or there's no growth, and you've stayed in a place of feeling a little bit stuck, you're making a choice to move up, move on, and disconnect from, a union. That's what I see here. But we do have excitement coming in. And what's this excitement all about? I mean, we have the Lovers, the Justice, and the Hierophant. There could even be a new situation to commit yourself to matters of the heart, making choices from the heart, deeply emotional commitments, right? The power of love. The Lovers is also a choice card. And I feel like you are choosing here, yes, to move on logically, move on to calmer waters, to get out of some sort of challenging conflict mentally, to remove yourself from drama, or to find justice amongst the drama. Fight for justice and equality. Rulings made in your favor. Don't give up. Don't give up. Some of you could meet someone unexpectedly is what I'm getting here. That could be part of that helping hand that says, all right, I know that you're in the thick of things. I know you've been going through a tough time, but I'm here to help you if you want the help. And this could be a love union. Okay, it could be a love union that actually turns into a long-time commitment. But right now, you may be just searching for the meaning of life. You may be considering alternative approaches. You're surrounding yourselves with wise teachers, wise influencers. You're being mindful of what you watch on television, the music you listen to, the books you read, the people that you surround yourself with. I feel like you're doing what you can to bring balance and justice into your world, but I feel like you're not giving up. You're a fighter, Sag. You are a fighter. And like I said, whenever I see this, I'm like, man, this takes a lot of muscle, a lot of courage, a lot of resilience, a lot of strength, a lot of dedication to be able to climb the way that he's climbing. I mean, I probably would have fell 20 times. And maybe he has, maybe you have fell 20 times, but you don't give up. You continue that climb again, right? And I feel like, some of you may be climbing a different path, right? You may have decided this direction, this way up feels impossible. I've tried all that I can, but there's nothing else to grab onto. You can see that he's hanging on to this ledge. And it may feel like you've been hanging on to a limb. You've hung on to a mustard seed of faith, right? And maybe you've put in your all here, and you've decided that maybe a new alternative path to getting to where you want to be is what you need to do, even if it requires letting go of, that limb that you've been hanging on to, and approaching it from a new direction that could help you get there sooner. But it's not that you're bypassing, because during this struggle, during this hang, you've been growing, right? You've been growing. So excitement coming in with love, matters of the heart, commitments, and justice. Yeah, rulings made in your favor. This is going to be exciting here. Something you want, something that emotionally fulfills you is going to bring in a lot of excitement, actually. Let's clarify. Let's clarify the star coming in. Why is the star here, please, for Sagittarius? Major healing, major wishes coming true. We have the Knight of Cups, Knight of Emotion. We have the Two of Inspiration, Two of Wands, and the Four of Cups. So you're healing from a past experience where you felt like you'd missed out on an opportunity, or it felt like you were frustrated, bored, impatient, maybe even lack of inspiration, right? You didn't feel inspired. You were hanging by that limb. And you're making a new choice. And it has something to do with the heart, opening up the heart, healing the heart, falling in love with life again, falling in love with yourself again, falling in love with the people around you. And the reason why people say falling into love is because it's easy. It's easy to fall into love, but to maintain that energy of love requires choice. And that's why you have the Two of Wands, right? Because there's a choice that's going to be made here. But if you've already made every choice that you could and you've done what you can within your control, and you're still not seeing growth, right? Or there is growth here, but maybe the type of growth within a relationship or a union may have hit a glass ceiling. Or in your career, if you're not seeing the type of growth that you want, choices are going to be made here, and it's going to help you evolve and move up. That's why the Justice is here, to bring back balance into your life, because something feels off. Something feels off kilter. Some of you may be rebalancing some karma. There could be some truths coming out here for you. Self-truth. What do I really want? What is my own personal truth? Yeah, that's what's happening. That's part of what you've been working on. There's going to be celebrations, though, coming in, and sooner rather than later. Potentially tomorrow could be a big date for some of you. All right, they're showing me a card sneaking out here. It is the Five of Cups. So Five of Cups can be, you know, you've allowed yourself to sit in something. You've allowed yourself to think about it with the King and Queen of Swords, and you're going to make a decision, right? You're going to make a decision to get up out of a situation. Look at the bottom of the deck. We have the Sun. You're moving up here. There's growth. There's abundance. There's advancement. Spirit, can we please clarify the Ten of Cups? 10 of Cups showing up, clarified by, oh, look at that. You have 8 of Voices, 10 of Inspiration in reverse, followed by the 7 of Pence. This is you pausing, reflecting, evaluating, saying, is the course that I'm on in my highest good? If not, you're going to make new choices. You're not going to continue putting in efforts where your efforts are not being rewarded. And because we have the 8 of Swords here with the 10 of Wands, you are putting down some mental burdens, and you're freeing yourself up because you felt trapped. You felt trapped. You felt stuck. Some of you, this is by legal requirements. For others of you, you were carrying the burdens, but you've accepted acceptance. There's something here about acceptance. You've accepted a situation. I mean, this could even be 10 of Cups. Perhaps that happily ever after has a new story, right? Perhaps your path to get there looks a little different this time around, but it does require you to let go of something and to reassess, reevaluate. And 7 of Pentacles is also about you're coming close to harvest, right? Here's the harvest. Here's the spices. You're coming really close to something quite beautiful. But in order to fully get there, it requires you letting go of self-doubt and laying down some burdens, bringing in others to lighten the load potentially. You are moving up. Let's clarify the Lovers, the Justice, and the Hierophant. Spirit, what do we have for the Lovers, the Justice, and the Hierophant? We have Temperance, another major arcana. We have the Chariot, another major arcana. We have the Hierophant, double whammy. Wow, look at all of these major arcanas. This is a big time for you, Sag. This is a big time, Cancer season. Chariot, like I said, this is tomorrow. This is happening right now. Well, I mean, tomorrow could be within the next 24 hours. This has been a long time coming. Sagittarian, this is you. This is your energy. You've been maybe committing to this path that you're going to finally see growth, right? Or you finally see some sort of movement here. You may be breaking out of commitments and moving in a new direction. I mean, whatever it is for you, take it as it resonates. But whatever it is bringing back in balance here. And this is interesting as well because on this deck or in this deck, the Justice card is 8. Typically it's 11. 8 is August. And 8 is also Leo energy, Leo season. And I feel that this justice here is taking place and you're protected because you see the pillars surrounding the scales. There's something here about a strong foundation. Justice taking place. Wow. Spirit, can we get another timing card? Perhaps when something occurred or maybe wrapping up or the exciting situation. What do we need to know about timing showing up? November. Okay. So maybe something that happens right now comes to some sort of completion around November. And how interesting is this? I mean, some of you could be in the Southern Hemisphere. Okay, Northern Hemisphere, usually it's cold in November, but I also get this energy around new growth happening here, or full blossom, full blooming. We also see the butterfly that can represent total transformation. Sagittarius, your life between now or tomorrow and November could be completely different. Because when you come out of the woods, right, when you come out of some sort of struggle and that light is shining, it makes the world all the better, right? It makes everything brighter. It makes everything sweeter. And I feel whatever you have gone through, you know, November is going to be a very beautiful month. And this transition is showing up here for you, and it's going to be smooth. It's going to be smoother than you think. And we're moving forward. Some of you, there's going to be a physical move. For others of you, maybe you've been in a long distance relationship, or you meet someone at a distance. You could come together in November. I also see with this temperance energy here, this is also about self-control, right? It's like you've had to learn the art of patience or self-control, and it's paying off here because you have sweet rewards coming in. Wow, what a reading, Sag. Let's take a look at your soul's truth. What does Sagittarius need to know at this time, and what action steps can they take to move on? Am I ready to let go of this buried shame? The feeling of shame is the lowest energy frequency there is. When you live in shame, you live in darkness. What part of you is ready to stand in the light? So I can't help but notice the parallel here of the forest, the darkness. Maybe it's shame. Maybe it's some other lower vibing frequency that you've been feeling, okay? Or it could be something health-wise that's been difficult or challenging, or a relationship. Is there any shame from a past experience that is ready to be healed? We have the star here. You're ready. You have the 10 of Wands. You're putting down these burdens. Heal the shame by giving it a name. Bring it to the light and let it be seen, heard, and healed. Fill in the blank, Sagittarius. My soul's truth is blank. My soul's truth is I am a divine spark of love, right? My soul's truth is I am lovable, I am worthy, I am abundant, whatever your soul's truth is. And for those of you that would like to be entered into the free monthly reading giveaway, where I draw one winner around the first of each month and post right back here on the channel, all you need to do to enter into the contest today is drop your soul's truth in the comment section below. My soul's truth is fill in the blank, Sag. If this reading resonates with you, please hit that thumbs up button. It certainly helps get the divine channeled messages out there to those that need it most. Feel free to share, like, subscribe, hit that bell, and be sure to drop your soul's truth in the comment section below. And again, hit that subscribe and bell button so you don't miss that notification on the first of each month. Thank you so much for tuning in today, Sag. Lots of love.